understand, like with this new devolution, our people, we ourselves, need to be public, to have some drivers, some key things that we are addressing in terms of the devolution. How is the Kilimani Project Foundation plugging into that aspect?
Okay. Well, I think Kilimani Project Foundation has been very, very heavily involved in the devolution process. We've been involved in working with the county government. We work very, very closely with all the county leaders, from the MCA to the ward administrators to different committees that are within the governance structure of the under the new constitution, the structure, the different committees that exist in the local government. And our members are members of those committees. We're involved in, we raise issues on planning, issues of planning, sound pollution, issues that affect the community in one way or the other. We make sure that we escalate them to the relevant departments of the county government. So yes, we encourage our members as within the community to participate where there are budget planning meetings, the fiscal plans of the county government. We're involved in that. We sit down, we write memoranda, we comment on matters that affect Kilimani and indeed affect Nairobi or Kenya as a whole. So I think we are definitely involved in the public participation arena.
And that is a good thing because we have several wins that we have seen within Kilimani. The sound has been amazing in terms of shutting down even the noise pollution. And what are some of the things that you're saying that if they are addressed, and first of all I have to say it is a win for Kilimani across many other wards. In Dagoretti North it is a win. What are some of the things that you're saying that if we had, is it because I've talked to some people and they're saying, oh, maybe the times of the meetings that the county calls for meetings are either too early or too late. The mediums of communication are, you know, very, very frugal. How you guys have been able to ace it as a foundation? How can you advise maybe even the county government to reach out to more people?
I actually would like to say that I don't think the problem is the county government at all. I think the problem is with us as citizens. And until we begin to participate, we can't change things from outside. I would like to see a great deal more people participating. When you're invited for a public participation forum, how many people actually show up? The Greater North, we go for meetings, whether they are in Riruta or in Kawangware or wherever within the Greater North. We need to encourage more people to participate. No particular time is ideal. When politicians call a rally, in the days of political days, people would flock those meetings. I think we should flock planning meetings. We should flock our meetings on budget management. We need to have our quarterly financial reports. How many people are following it up? So I think first and foremost, let's reverse the whole process and know that it is only by using what is currently there. The public participation calendar is predetermined in an act of parliament. And that calendar is already, whether it is announced by the county government or not, is immaterial. Yes, it helps to announce it as you get close to it, but actually the calendar is there. It is predetermined. You know when the different meetings will take place. So it's just looking out for it. And yes, we've seen a gradual process. Unfortunately, thus far, it has been more supply driven by the county governments. They're the ones who are trying to fulfill their statutory obligation by calling for these meetings. We need to get to the point where it is demand driven, where the citizens are saying, this is what we want. But until they participate in the supply driven agenda, they will never be able to turn it around. So we need to just mobilize more and more people to take greater interest. The Oxfams of this world, the Kilimani Project Foundations of this world, the different other bodies, to continue encouraging the citizens to own this process. The Constitution gave a lot of power to the citizen, but the citizen has not yet taken on board the provisions that he's been given by that Constitution.
And my last question is this: how do we, because it's something that we have to have a consultative engagement and workforce, how do we take people out of Twitter conversations, out of Facebook conversations, KOT here and all those things to the public participation with your council, how do you think we can take people from, because as you're saying correctly, the constitution stands and public participation stands. So how can we remove the conversations from social media into the forums?
Well, I dare say that I think social media, unfortunately, has become a medium for the current generation of Kenyans, and they see that as part of their engagement, and it's a good place to start. And it is from there to encourage them to say, now, we make a buzz about the next public participation meeting. It's going to be held in Charter Hall on a particular date. Let's meet there. So we engage people to actually meet. And when people recognize that actually their voice is being heard, when they make recommendations and they see those recommendations actually being taken forward, and then they look at the final budget and they see, aha, our proposal was taken on board, that will encourage them to recognize that it's not just talk. That's one. Secondly, we have the mandate as citizens to call our county governments to accountability. So each quarter, for example, there is meant to be a quarterly implementation report given by the county. It's for us to ask for it. The Constitution says the county will do it. But if you and I aren't even looking out for it, and we're not demanding it, then the governor and his team will let it slip, and it will go through the first quarter, the second quarter, the third, another year will go by. We will complain and grumble. We will say, oh, but the governor has spent 200 million on this road. We don't even know what the budget for that road was. Maybe it was 300 million. Maybe he's actually been very efficient. Maybe he's actually saved us money. But we are just criticizing the 200. And because we don't know what it should have been, we really have no business criticizing. So I think there are things we can do. It is happening. I know it's a gradual process, and we knew right from the beginning that year 1, year 2, year 3, you don't see much happening. But by year 4, year 5, we will see a lot more happening. So I am grateful for people like Oxfam. I think we need to be heard more. We need to encourage to collect views and write them in memoranda. We do that as Kilimani Project Foundation. We file a memoranda with the county government, and then we sit back and we let the process work. We need to develop and strengthen institutions that currently exist. The answer is not to simply bash our institutions, is to empower our institutions. And the current governance structure of county governments is an institution that we can empower. And if we do that, we as citizens will benefit. We will be the final winners, not the county, not the county government. It's the citizens of the county.
Thank you so much.
Not at all, sir.
And those are very lovely points. Amazing, amazing.
After being
amazing.
ambushed.
Thank you so much.